list products, hint product name, okay, and their colors of shoes that are yellow or pink or orange. Use in. Okay. Select. Oops. And we know that we're going to be using in. We know what table. We know what we're selecting, which is product name. And we're also wanting colors. And we go to the where. We put color equals, I think we actually put the in right here. Color equals yellow, pink, or orange. Let's see if that works. Okay, apparently not. We know our from, which is the table that we're working with. We know that we want to select product name and color. We know that we want color to be in either yellow, pink, or orange. And this in is pretty handy because you could do a long way. Well, let's just talk about this in the short way real quick. So the where color is yellow, pink, or orange. When you have in, you can put commas between your single quote that encapsulate the value that you're looking for. This is really awesome because it makes the code a lot shorter and efficient than doing it this way, where color equals yellow. Oops. Yellow. And color equals pink. And color equals orange. Oops. Okay. Alright, so you can write it this way, or you can use in, which is much shorter and efficient, which is what your boss is going to want. But in the case that you didn't remember how to use in, you have to put or before every color. So it's basically more English to me, which is you want the color to be yellow or pink or orange. So for those of you who aren't very familiar with SQL, this might be an easier way to write that statement out, is just breaking it down. Go ahead and write this one out. Oops, dang it. Select. It says it wants everything from say. Okay, well, that's going to be that. Plus an additional column for sales tax. Alright, guys. This is that aggregation that I was telling you about earlier. which is where you're going to be using your min, max, sum, and all that fun stuff. So we know what table. So let's go ahead and write that down. Where? Okay, we're going to, I actually like to put my aggregates in the select, but you can also put it in the where. If you put aggregates in select, then you're going to need a group by clause. We put month, open close parenthesis. Inside the parentheses, you're going to put January, but you're not going to be typing out January. You're going to put, inside the parenthesis, you're going to put sale date, and then this is where you're going to put the number of the month. So January is the first month of every year. So you're going to put 1. Additional sales. Okay. And it's wanting us to calculate sales tax, which is sales is price times 6%. All right. So we're going to type price times 0.06, which is the percent sales tax that we have. And we're going to go ahead and name this aggregate sales tax. And we're going to have to put that in quote since it's going to be our new column name. It's the new column that we didn't already have as an attribute. So what I did was I made a new attribute right now. I'm taking a previously already had attribute and I'm multiplying it by some percentage sales tax that was given to me, and I'm going to name it sales tax. So essentially I'm adding somewhere in here another attribute that's called sales tax, which is going to have sample data of a percentage, so it's going to be a decimal data type. I think that's all that we needed. Let's go ahead and put a termination statement or mark. All right. So now, if you notice, we have sales date, attribute, first name, last name, product name, category, color, item size, manufacturer name, price, and sales date. Looky there. New column, sales date. I mean, sales tax. I'm sorry, we already had sales date. Our new column, sales tax, is in here. Our new attribute. And it's taking price times 0.06 and getting this number. So I'll go ahead and check and make sure that that is correct. So let's take 94.08 times 0.06. We should get that. So it looks like it's working smashingly. Let's go ahead and save it and make sure that that's the way it wanted. Of course, I never do it the way it wants me to do it. Okay. Oh, did it tell us the day? Oh. Okay. It wants January 1st. My bad, guys. Okay. This is a really easy fix. So, we're going to put and since it's wanting the 1st of January of every year, we're going to put day, not Daisy, day, open close parenthesis, sale date, sale date equal to first. Now this should not scream at me. Seriously, again. Is it because of this? So I put the double quotes down because I wanted a space between sales tax, but I guess the question wants no space between sales tax, and whenever you don't have a space, the quotes aren't needed. So let's go ahead and run this again. Alright, it's not yelling. So, important lesson, make sure that you read your questions correctly. But I'll go ahead and walk through this again since I fudged up the first 2 times. So select asterisk I put because it said show all sales information. And then it said, in addition, I want a column for sales tax for sales made on January 1st of all years. So we added a new column right here. We put price times the price times percent that we got in our question. And I don't need double quote because there's no space between sales tax. And then we have from the table that we've been working with, where month, sales date. So we put sales date, which is the attribute that is holding year, month, day. But we're looking for months, so we put capital month, and inside we put sales date equal the first, which means equal January, and day. So we go right here, in sales date, we put day, sales date equals first, which means the first day of January. And then I put a termination down, because that's good practice. Okay, for this next one it says list categories of shoes. Alright, so we know in our select we want category, because category holds the types of shoes. And it says, okay, so we know that it's in our from table. We know what table it's from, which is simplified sales, where says it wants us to use in. Okay, in, saying we're telling it where, saying look in the category, and it says use in, open close parenthesis, go ahead and put your termination down. Inside of our in, we do not want sneakers, we don't want boots, and we do not want sandals. Okay. Do you guys see the problem here? So the problem is that I said where category in sneakers, boots, sandals. So it's going to give me everything that is sneakers, boots, sandals. This is what I do not want because it said excluding sneakers, boots, sandals. So I'm going to put not in that. Run it. And it's going to list everything except sneakers, sandals, boots, which is apparently a lot of casual shoes. here is a good thing to know. Whenever you don't want data duplication, which is exactly what we just got with number 7 right here, where a ton of casual shoes are just printed over and over and over and over again. To delete that duplication, you can do distinct category, which should only list casual shoes once, along with, per se, wedges, because I said it could print wedges. I just don't want sneakers, sandals, or boots. So let's see. There you go. There is all of our category of shoes except for sneakers, sandals, or boots.
Is it mad because... Oh, that's what I did. Okay, everyone. This is very important, but make sure that you spell everything correctly. So I just put sandal because that's what it said, like, to put, but apparently this is where stuff gets kind of complicated because our question that's telling us what to look for or what not to look for in our case, which is sneakers, boots, and sandals, may not be spelled how our sample data or how our data was typed into our database. So for example, it says sandal, not sandals, but in our database, people have typed in sandals. And we can look because under category, if we come over here to what category holds, everything has an S at the end. So our statement, when we're looking through the database, it needs to have an S because if it doesn't, then it's not going to find sandals. It's not going to find anything. It'll end up typing out sandals.
Let's go ahead and do this next one. So select from where simplified sales. We know that we're looking at category. And in our where, we know that we do not want sneakers or boots. Remember the S. We need the S. So category. Not in parentheses sneakers or boots. Okay. We don't want data duplication, so we need distinct. And it just listed everything except sneakers or boots. Now notice with the distinct, I already went over this, but I'll go over it again. When you use distinct, you're going to be able to see all the categories without duplication. So you're not going to see casual shoes printed out multiple times or flats printed out multiple times. But notice, if we delete distinct, we can test this and see that casual shoes is printed multiple times And because of that, we aren't going to be able to see any other categories because we had so much duplication going on and we only are able to see 100 records at a time. That's where distinct is very important. Let's do this next one. It says, give first and last names of customers who have, okay, well, let's go ahead and just do that part. Select from where, and it's saying give first and last names of customers. So we know that in order to do that, we need to print out first name, last name of customers from simplified sales who have made purchases costing 120 or more. So we need to put price is greater than or equal to 120 or more but less than 130. And price needs to cost less than 130. So I know some of you are thinking, wait, why did you put equal sign after this greater than sign? Oh crap, I did something wrong. This needs to be less than. Why did we put an equal sign before, or why did we put an equal sign with the greater than sign, and why did you not do it with the less than sign? Well, that is simply because we wanted purchases costing 120, so that includes 120 or more. But we want it to be less than 130, so that is not including 130, so we did not need to put that equal sign there. And only show customer names. It says only show customer names, but I'm going to go ahead and print out the price list or prices so you guys can see what has happened with the prices. Okay, notice that everything is going to be greater than or equal to 120 but less than 130. We use the equal sign, so it included 120. And we shouldn't have anything equal to 130 or greater than 130, which we don't. Let's go ahead and delete that because when I test this again, I don't want it to yell at me. So it's wanting us to keep from duplicating names, so we need to put distinct. And there we go. Okay, right here. On this next one, it says list product name. So in our select clause, we need to type product name. It says that we want category. It says we want manufacturer name. And it says that we want the price. From our table, which is simplified sales, where list product name, category manufacturer name, and price of shoes that have the word leather in the product name. So this, we're going to need to use the wildcard. It didn't say that there couldn't be anything before the word leather, and it didn't say that there couldn't be anything after leather, so I'm going to go ahead and put my wildcard signs in front of leather and after leather. Where product name, like. And which priced at 100 or more. So we know that it's going to be and price is going to be greater than or equal to 100 because it said priced at 100 or more. Let's go ahead and run this and see what it says. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and run this and see what we get. So if we look at our data, we have categories product name, we have columns product name, category, manufacturer name, and price. Our prices are going to be 100 or more, which they look like they are. And our product name has the word leather in it somewhere. It can have words before leather and it can have words after leather. And it looks like they do.